You're supposed to stand when I enter the room.
Not this room, Aodhán.
I expect my people to know better than to call me by my first name.
I am not your person, young one. You do well to remember that.
Your days are numbered as it is, Gráinne. All it takes is a word from me. You would do well to remember that.
You kings are all the same. All talk, no action. But tell me, what brings you to my little Cranog on the fringes of your kingdom? I sense you did not come simply to remind me that you're king.
Your senses are exactly what brought me here. I am in need of your visions.
My visions do not come until the gods have given their due.
That mixture of yours, will it help you see my future?
This is soup.
Don't test my patience, you hag! What lies ahead?
Why are you so curious? The last time you came here was over 2 decades ago, before the birth of your son Éanna.
I am concerned about the winter. It seems like it would be the harshest in living memory, and the low yield from last harvest concerns me.
You wish to see if your people will survive it. Very well.
What is it, Gráinne? What do you see? Gráinne, I must know! What do you see?
I see your death, King Aodhán. It is glorious.
Do I die in battle?
In a sense, I suppose. You were killed by a great warrior. It is glorious, but not for you. You are helpless against such adversary.
Who kills me?
That much is unclear, but I sense it is a relative, a kingslayer and a kinslayer both.
This is grave news. Is it my son? Is it Donnchadh?
The gods have not gifted me with the name of the one you will die at the hands of, only that it is one of your clan.
These visions of yours, can they be changed?
Of course. If the gods wish.
Explain yourself.
You can do everything in your power to change your fate at the hands of the gods. But if the gods have conjured this path for you, and do not wish for it to be changed, you will die the same way. On your knees, before one much greater than you.
I will not die this way, I will not!
Perhaps the gods will take pity on you. But I sense that's all you will get from them. Pity.
When am I to die?
You will not survive the winter. An appropriate end for one such as yourself. You came here to seek the salvation of your people. Yet here we are, caught up in your own fate.
Very well. How do my clan survive once I'm gone? How do they fare in the winter?
Your kingdom will be left in the hands of the gods. One in particular, I feel. But I cannot sense which one. Let us hope it's a merciful one.
What else do you know? What else do you see?
That's all you'll get from me this day. Now go. Go back to your loving family, my king.
Donnchadh told me he saw you go to that witch's hut yesterday morning. Care to tell me what that was about?
Not particularly, no.
Doesn't matter. I will find out eventually. I always do.
I went to ask how the clan would fare in the winter. Now, was that all you were hoping for? Where are our children? I expected them some time ago.
Gods only know where Éanna and Caoimhe are. The girl is probably off on one of her strolls, in her own little world. Éanna is no doubt with that old storyteller, as usual. It sickens me how close they've gotten. I suppose cowards attract cowards.
I would prefer you did not speak about our children this way. Caoimhe is not as distant from this world as you make her to be, and Éanna is not a coward.
He doesn't wear a sword.
Perhaps that is for the best. Have you seen how Donnchadh has become, just swinging his around like a mindless giant?
At least Donnchadh swings his sword. I've had more messages about those Christian clans to the north.
I told you I hear no more about this.
Every day, those savages creep further and further into our territories with their false god and their farms. It has to stop somewhere, Aodhán. You've done nothing.
They're not harming anyone. From what our scouts have told us, they're peaceful folk one can trade with and marry into. This is how this clan grows, Brighid.
Marry into those wretches. Have you taken leave of your senses?
What would you have me do?
Send Donnchadh and Lorcán north with our best men. Teach those heathens that the lands south of the river are ours alone. Kill as many of them as needs be to get that through their thick skulls.
I'm not about to slaughter bands of Christians just because they're living off the land.
Your father would turn his grave at your inaction. To leave those heathens unchecked is foolish. Mark my words. They will poison this land.
I'm starving. Servants! Food! Now!
Where were you?
Trading. Where else?
What about you? What's this nonsense in your hair? You track dirt like one of those old crones of the forest.
Don't you start. Barely sat down. What's wrong with you?
I could ask you the same. You were supposed to meet your suitors today. I waited 3 hours for you, and you didn't even bother presenting yourself. Too, you realize how important it is that you marry.
What if I don't want to marry? None of those fools mean anything to me.
You think that matters?
I will marry when I meet the one I wish to spend my life with, to bear children for.
You'll be waiting until you're as old as Gráinne, you farseer.
I've had enough of this.
That girl needs to start listening. Soon, she won't be able to have children at all. Although, that may be for the best.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means Donnchadh would be 10 times the leader Caoimhe will be. And any offspring she has, regardless of her husband. I have faith in my son.
So do I. But not as a king. You both know our ways. The eldest child is the heir, and nothing will change that.
No? I can think of a few things that might change it.
Don't say that. Not even in jest.
And after each day of fighting, they would rest by the river and treat each other's wounds.
Nice for you to bring us our son back, Fial.
Is the singing coming along, Éanna?
Better than your pretend fighting, brother.
It won't always be pretend.
When we march north, you'll be left here to sing your songs and play your lute like you've been taught, like a good little bard.
I will have you know.
That's enough! All of you. Thank you for bringing him home. That will be all.
My king.
What is it you said about marching north? Who told you of this?
You have Miss March?
Nobody's marching. There would have to be someone to fight for that. And there isn't!
Mother didn't say a thing. Aunt Maeve told me it was in the plan.
God save your sister, Aodhán.
No! God's curse her! I am the king, or have you all forgotten that? I would not have my own family disrespecting me within these walls!
He was losing his mind.
Could you blame him?
If he continues the way he is going, he isn't a king the people will follow.
On that we can agree.
And when he comes to the river, I'll be waiting. And when he comes to the river, I'll... Oh, my dear brother, you look tired. How have you been sleeping?
I'm sick of your games, Maeve.
Whatever do you mean?
Did you told Donnchadh we were marching north? Brighid is bad enough as it is.
Oh, I know. She's a true royal pain. Yes, I do recall saying something about it to her.
Cause, what is it with the obsession with bloodshed and that god-forsaken clan?
Perhaps people want to see you do something for once that isn't sitting on that throne.
What are you talking about? My place is on that throne. Do you realize how much I do for this land?
No. Actually, all I see is an old king with a bitter sow of a queen and a son who likes men.
This is my family, Maeve. And yours too. And who do you think you are making promises to people without coming to me
I
first?
think I'm your sister and your advisor.
Yes, my advisor.
You know, I've been hearing an awful lot of stories about that chief in the north. Oh, incredible woman by all accounts.
Get up.
And what makes her so great, sweet king brother? She takes action when no one else will. The Christians in the north, they're nothing. Farmers, shepherds, priests, not a revered warrior among them, but this heretic leader, on it, they call her. She's made them something. She's made us aware of them, wary of them even. Do you see, Aodhán?
If you were anyone else, I'd cut you down where you stand.
I know you would. But what I'm getting at is that one person, they can change everything. And as much as I would love for you to be that person, I don't see it happening.
I don't care what you think you see. Anyone you told, Lorcán, Donnchadh, make it known that there will be no marching on its land.
Of course, my king.
And get off my throne before I drag you off.
You can come out now.
Well, what do we do now?
I don't know about you, Lorcán, but I stopped listening to my brother's ravings years ago. The plan is still going ahead. It'll be a little different.
Go on.
Going north with an army and burning everything in sight will do nothing for the plan. Instead, we'll send a small band to capture the one they call on it. If we hold her here as hostage, we can have the northern farmers provide us with food all through winter in return for her life.
You want us to go alone? Just the three of us?
Indeed. Will that be a problem?
Not at all, Maeve. I'm just concerned about what the king will say if we arrive back with such a hostage.
You let me handle my brother. I think he'll change his tune swiftly enough when I'm done.
Fair enough. We'll leave before sunrise.
I thought Mother told you not to make those anymore.
And since when have I ever done anything Mother has told me to?
Maybe it's time you started listening to her. She's growing impatient.
Is that a threat?
Not at all. Simply trying to keep you out of trouble.
I can do that myself, Donnchadh. Where's Éanna?
I don't know. Probably following Fial wherever he goes. Or, down that hunter's Gráinne with that weedy boy he likes so much.
You have that too.
Oh, I have my ways of finding things out.
Will you tell Mother?
I haven't decided.
You know she'd have that hunter's boy killed if she knew what they were getting up to.
Oh, that's not my problem.
Ah, other royal children in one room. You're a lucky man, Nylon. This is a rare occurrence.
Nylon, this is my brother Donnchadh and my sister Caoimhe. She will be queen after my father.
It is an honour to meet you both.
Nylon is a traveller who hails from lands far to the south. You should hear some of the songs he has, Caoimhe. And the tales of battle as well.
A fighter and a singer. You may just win the favour of both our parents, Nylon of the South.
That would bring me great pleasure, my princess. I have come to offer my services to your royal father. I have heard of the wonders of his kingdom, and would consider myself blessed to be a part of it.
Haven't you a king of your own to serve?
To my dismay, no. I come from a war-torn region of this beautiful country, a place that I have no intention of returning to.
Go and get the king and queen, Donnchadh. You'll want to meet this man.
I don't take orders from you, Bard.
Then take them from me. Fetch our parents.
I would rather not be around when Mother comes. Farewell, Nylon. We will meet again soon.
We will, young prince.
They should be along any moment now.
What is that you have there, Caoimhe?
Another crown of flowers. Mother broke the last one. She doesn't like it when I wear them. All the more reason to wear them.
It is as pretty as yourself. Your husband is a very lucky man.
Actually, Nylon, Princess Caoimhe is yet to marry, much to the disappointment of her parents. The Queen more so than King Aodhán.
I see. Why have you not married yet, my lady?
It is complicated.
The hospitality of my hall is yours, traveller.
Thank you, my king. My name is Nylon, and I hail from the south. I have come to swear my sword to you, should you deem it worthy.
What made you come all this way? What do we offer that cannot be found in the south?
I do not know, my queen. I believe the gods guided me here. The reason escapes me, but I am at your service.
I would like to speak to our guest alone, please. What services would you offer me, Nylon?
Well, my king, that would depend on what you had in mind. I'm trained in the arts of speech, and you won't find a stronger sworder on this side of the shadow.
I would think of a few men who would challenge that. However, I admire your confidence. How are you at staying out of sight?
It's not usually my method, but I can be invisible if needs be.
You truly think the gods sent you here?
Yes, my king. I cannot otherwise explain the need that took over me to come here.
Perhaps they have laid me a new path.
A new path, my king?
I was told that one of my clan would try to murder me this winter. I was told that I can try to change it, but that the gods would ultimately decide. And I believe they have sent you here to help me find the schemers in my kingdom and end them. Yes, that is how you will prove yourself to me. Find who is plotting to murder me and bring me their names. Only then will I accept your services.
It will be done, my king. What is to be done with this traitor?
Just bring me their names, I will do the rest.
June is even more brooding than usual today, Éanna. Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. No, I'm not. I told Caoimhe about the hunter's son. I just couldn't hold it in any longer.
You told her that you spent the night together. She believed it all?
I told her more than that. I told her everything.
Oh, not everything, surely.
She knows why I truly never want to marry. She knows that I'm confused, that I prefer the company of men.
Did she shame you for it?
No, thank the gods. She said she wouldn't tell father, or mother, more importantly. She complained so much about the Christians, and she chooses the one thing to agree with them on, that men don't belong with men.
Your father knows well. Most of the clan do.
What?
Your mother, she prides herself on being able to figure things out, find them out for herself. But she's not as observant as she thinks. It's quite amusing, actually.
You mean the king knows about my problem?
Problem? Are you that ashamed of it?
Of course, Fial. How could I not be the way the queen acts?
Because you're a prince, Éanna. Your people love you. As a poet, a singer, as a lover of peace, and as a man. You're just as much of a man as Donnchadh. And unlike those heretics up north, your people don't shame you for your problem.
I told Donnchadh as well. I don't know why, I felt like he needed to know. He's different when it's just the two of us. He puts on his stern, brave face when Mother is around, and pretends like he doesn't give a damn about me, just like her.
Your mother loves you, Éanna. She just has a strange way of showing it.
I don't know how much more of her love I can take.
It'll all work out in the end, my young friend. Mark my words.
I don't trust him. That's all I'm saying. Your father had no right to offer that foreigner food and shelter without a word to any of us.
Caoimhe is glad he's with us. Are you not, sister?
Donnchadh! I said he was very gallant, that's it. To come all this way, not even sure if there was anything there for you at the end. It takes bravery.
There is nothing here for him. Our father is full of easy smiles and empty promises. He always has been. Sooner or later, Niall in the south will realise that and go on his merry little way.
Quiet, both of you. Did neither of you even think for a moment about what he is really doing here? That man is a spy, sent by some lord to the east, no doubt, to scope our lands for weaknesses. So far, he must think us all fools.
How can you be so judgmental of someone we barely know?
You will be queen soon. It's time you started thinking like one. Now go, get me something to drink from the cellar. I'm parched from all this bickering. I think the time has finally come.
So soon?
With every passing day, your father grows more paranoid and isolated. If we don't act now, it will be too late for the clan.
What about Caoimhe? Even if you kill him, she's still the heir.
That, my son, I will entrust to you. She is not worthy of the crown. She can never be. You must be the one to kill her. And I, the king.
What about Éanna?
His time will come if he causes us any trouble. The same goes for this newcomer and Lady Meabhdh.
What if I'm not a good king? What if after all the killing is done, I'm just like he was?
That will not happen. Now come. We have much to discuss before we act.
Mother? Donnchadh. Typical.
It's all right, my princess. It's me, Nylon.
I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. But where did you come from? Where's my mother?
Your mother? I'm sorry, my lady. I haven't seen her. As for where I came from, I was on patrol for your father.
Aren't you eager to prove yourself? Scared me half to death.
My apologies. I only wish to speak with you alone. We do have some things to discuss.
What is it?
I've never quite grasped why somebody as beautiful as you has not married yet.
You think I'm beautiful?
Well, of course. You're the most wonderful woman I've ever met.
You don't know me.
Nor you me. But I do feel your eyes on me when you think I'm not aware.
Tread carefully, Nylon. Could have had you beheaded for that.
I hear you like to collect flowers. Do you have a favourite, my princess?
A difficult question to answer. Foxgloves are so vibrant and mystical. Yet hemlock is delightfully delicate and simple. There is one flower I can never help but pick. It always reminds me of those I've lost. That they're watching me from the afterlife.
Bluebells.
How did you know?
I lost my parents quite young, my princess. Like you, bluebells keep them near for me. I'm quite well versed in flowers myself, actually. I've always been fascinated how people associate each one with something personal. The daisy, for purity. The rose, for romance. The gardenia, for hidden love. You never answered me. Why haven't you married, Caoimhe?
I've been waiting.
For what?
Good evening, Nylon. Come, tell me what news do you bear?
I have grave news, my king.
I would rather hear it from you now than to be surprised by it later. Come, tell me what you have known.
Your son Éanna. He's anxious and confesses much to Fial, but is not a killer. Caoimhe is as pure as the sunlight, and loyal to you.
What of Donnchadh? What of my wife? What of the Queen?
The Queen? She plots to kill you. She wishes to see Donnchadh on the throne. She has asked him to kill Caoimhe, so I've hidden her in my room until it is safe. I'm sorry.
You're not to apologize to me again, Nylon. You have proven loyal and willing, and I will not fast forget that. But my heart aches with their betrayal and with what I must do to them.
What are you going to do?
Would have shown me no mercy, nor me nor Caoimhe. Does that answer your question?
King brother, we have a gift for you.
From the north, my king.
What have you done now, sister?
Save the kingdom, it appears.
I, Lorcán, and a few others ride north to see what those farming tribes were truly like.
You disobeyed a direct order from me. I said no marching north.
I didn't realize 3 warriors counted as a march north.
How did she rope you into this? You should have known better than to go against my word.
I did what I thought best for your clan. For all the clans in your kingdom. Permission to speak, my king?
Granted.
I still don't understand what good came from 3 swords in the north.
We stole into their village without so much as a drop of blood spilt.
From what I've heard, that's not usually your stuff.
Let the man speak.
We captured their leader, chieftain called Unnit.
You what?
Forgive me, brother. Lorcán does not quite possess the eloquence of kings, but there is a reason for the Christian's apprehension.
Should want to hear it soon, before I had nylon cut you both down!
Indeed. Well, the tribes of the north proved to be just that. Tribes with bronze tools and farms aplenty. Churches, too, to their false god. Only a handful of warriors among them, but more food than we've had in 10 winters. I admit betraying your royal order is unforgivable.
It is.
But extremely necessary. I had on it taken because we need food for the coming winter, brother. Our lands are tough and unyielding, much like our people. Over the course of the cold months, we can have the northern farmers provide us with food, enough to feed every clan. In return, Onnit keeps her head, and at the end of the winter, we return her to them. Even if they wanted to attack us after that, they couldn't. We've been told it's against their values. No bloodshed, no war, just a wagon of food and a healthy hostage.
See to it that people are told that it was I who sent it Lorcán.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Nylon, have Onnit brought in.
Your newest pet?
Oh, to ruin my mood with you. You did well, despite ignoring my commands. Would you ever betray me, Maeve?
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But no. Our parents too much to do that.
You have no such depth, Lorcán.
I do as Lady Meabhdh does, my king.
What is this about, brother? What has you so shaken these past few days?
The hag from the Cranog, the one they call Gráinne. She had a vision of my last moments. She told me that one of my clan would try to kill me before the winter ended.
What's a pub?
Which one, Aodhán?
She could not see. I sent Nylon to find out, and he came back with the story of my own wife and son plotting to murder me.
Donnchadh, I'm guessing.
Aye.
My king, please, with all due respect, I grew up with Donnchadh. I've trained with him almost every day since we were able to hold sticks. I cannot think that he would betray you. He loves you.
Yet, he said nothing to me of his mother's scheming. Explain that, if you will.
I cannot, my king. But I know him. And I know the queen.
Lorcán is right, brother. Whatever plans were made, they were sold by greed and not your son.
No. I know what I must do. Maeve, you will go find Donnchadh and put him in chains. If he must fight, see that the guards are on hand. Bring him to the dungeon and give him the warmest cell.
My king, please. I do not want this burden.
Lorcán,
Please, King Aodhán.
you will go to Brighid's room
Please, King Aodhán.
and you will bring her to the lake.
The lake?
And you will drown her in the rapids that leads to the river so that she will not be found. That will be all, friends. Tell Caoimhe the danger has passed. So, you're the great Onnit. I've heard so much about you.
It would appear so, my king.
Words of your greatness travel far, chieftain. Your people look up to you like a goddess.
I do not tell them to. I simply pledged myself to my creator and my family, and now I kneel in chains for it.
The reason I had you brought here was not to hinder your people. It was to save my own. The winter season will be particularly harsh this winter, and we are short on food. You will be kept alive as long as your farmers continue to feed my people.
And what if my people fight back?
I'm sorry, but I do not expect your people will try to put you in danger. Besides, you Christians lack the gall. I'm curious, though. How do you command so much respect from them?
First, I do not wear a crown. The Druids say the crown symbolizes the rulers chosen by the gods, but I only see it as demeaning. The last time a man dared wear a crown in the north, I took it off, along with his head. But the absence of a crown is not why my people respect me. I do not talk in front of crowds, like you kings and queens are wont to do. If something needs doing, I have someone do it, or I do it myself. And I don't act as if I'm the savior of the clan afterwards either. As far as I'm concerned, a ruler that spends their time in their own world is living in darkness. But above all else, Aodhán, I did something worthwhile, something brave, that the people never forget. When I was but a girl, I became the chief. After my father was dining with some foreign lords and was poisoned. No one knew which of the foreign lords had done it. It fell on me to punish the guilty. I knew no better than anyone else. So I had them all killed. Called a daughter's intuition. Turned out they were all involved, one way or another. And that was the last act of violence ever committed on my lands. And I prefer to keep it that way. And since then, God has found his way to us and shown us the path to greatness. My people know my mind, and they will feed you well.
You are a greater leader than I on it.
I know.
Guards, bring her to the jail.
He's done it already. But how are you here? Am I falling asleep?
Wake up, you fool! Wake up! That's a dream.
Don't blame me. It was you or me. Speak to me, Brighid. Tell me you don't blame me. I had to protect Caoimhe. Why did you make me do it? I loved you. I want to take it back. I want to have you back. Ye gods! Give my wife back to me. I didn't mean it, I swear, I swear.
The gods. They sent you here to tell me something, did they? What do they have to say?
Your killer still lives, Aodhán. They will live forever.
That's impossible! It was you! It was you!
Please, whatever the gods speak through my wife, I beg for answer. Who else in my clan wants me dead? Please, wait!
this place, Nylon. I wish we could stay here forever.
Me too, my princess. I can't imagine how much it must hurt.
I never liked her. We never saw eye to eye. And I would be foolish to think that Mother is all forgiveness now that she's gone.
The Queen is missing. Her body still hasn't been found. She may still live.
Don't be like the rest of them. You're not. My mother is gone. And I hate that I miss her. I've no reason to.
She was a harsh woman. A Celt to the core. The only thing we can do now is give her the benefit of the doubt that in death, she's realised her love for you.
Do you remember what I told you? When I caught you spying on me that day?
I was on patrol. I said as much. But go on. What was that?
The reason I never married. It was because I was waiting for someone who really understood me. I think I found him.
I think so too.
Father?
My king?
Just the two I wanted to see.
King brother, I think we should focus on the task at hand, organising the food that's coming from the north.
This is the task at hand. As you might know, Queen Brighid's body has still not been recovered, and I had Donnchadh imprisoned in the meanwhile. He is the lead suspect, being the last one she was seen with.
Donnchadh's the lead suspect?
Of course he is. Who else would it be? Me? My sister?
Oh no, my king, I wasn't insinuating this.
Oh, I know you weren't, foreigner. When I first met you, I thought you would be an ally to me, someone I could trust with my own life.
I am, my king. I have not done anything to make you think otherwise.
You gotta leave the poor man.
Silence, Maeve. The time has come for an act that will never be forgotten.
What are you talking about?
Father, what is this?
I was safe. I cannot be safe while you surround me. I will be remembered for this.
Aodhán! Have you taken leave of your senses?
Quite.
They have done nothing wrong. The plot against you is crushed.
I feel there are many more plots being laid at this very moment. You served me well, sister, and thank you for bringing honor to me. After all, she is your replacement.
My lady, a pleasure as always.
Bastard Aodhán!
I had my eyes open. There are plots, threats in every corner here. And I just want to be safe in my own home for once.
So what's your plan? Kill me? Like Brighid and Caoimhe? What of Donnchadh? Is he just being left to rot in his cell? What of Éanna? Do you think the boy won't notice his family being picked off one by one?
This is not what I want. Once the winter is over, I will be safe again. Once the winter is over, Donnchadh will be freed, and you and Caoimhe will be allowed to return from exile.
Exile?
In the meanwhile, I will have Éannah's sense. He's the only one who doesn't want the crown for himself.
This is madness.
Leave, before I have my men kill you where you stand.
Those are my men.
Not anymore.
We will see.
Will I summon Éanna?
No, he will come.
They escaped, my king.
Good. To the south, I assume. They won't be back for a long time. Finally, I am safe.
I came as soon as I heard the news.
He's insane.
I know. Word is he's already dismissed Arnott as his advisor. Sent him to the dungeons for suggesting the release of Donnchadh.
We must be careful not to step out of line. Nobody can stand up to him.
I swear you're wrong, my prince. As long as we're together, we can defy him.
What are you saying? What you're implying is treason.
Oh, and all the things King Aodhán has done. If he were not king himself, would they not be treasonous?
Even if what you say is true, what do you expect me to do about it?
That is for you to decide, my prince. Just know I will be with you the whole way.
Thank you, Fial. You're the only one I can trust, now that Caoimhe and Aodhán are gone.
King will be here soon. Remember what I have said? Try not to anger him until you have the upper hand.
Good evening, Father.
Éanna, I didn't expect to see you here.
Why not? This is the royal clan table, no?
Yes, but you've heard about your sister.
Yes.
I had to do it.
Did you?
She could have wanted to plot to kill me.
She didn't. She gave you nothing but love, and you drove her away.
I can't trust anyone. I had to be sure. Donnchadh, he was plotting to murder me, and he killed your lady mother. Caoimhe and Meabhdh, they had to go for me to feel safe.
That reminds me. My seat at the table has changed quite a bit, hasn't it? Driven away, nowhere to be found, rotting in the jail. And let's not forget your advisors. Meabhdh is disgraced on it, locked up. What are you going to do with me, Father?
Get away from my throne!
Why? I asked you a question.
You were always the good one, Éanna. Never as rash as Donnchadh, nor careless as Caoimhe. I saw a king in you, and I told you.
You don't think I could be the one to kill you?
Who has been putting those thoughts in your head? Is it that mentor of yours? Has he been in your room recently?
Do not speak of him. He is a better man than you, and so am I.
Better than I? Éanna, the only reason I didn't drone you away like the others was just because you aren't man enough to do any harm to me.
I suppose there's only one way we can find out, isn't there?
Perhaps you should put down your flute and get a sword. Do your ancestor proud for once in your life.
Thank you for meeting me on such short notice.
We're with you, my lady. Is it true the king sent Alannah to the jail?
Can't say I feel too sorry for her. He's driven off every ally he's ever had.
What's the plan then?
He's no longer fit to be king. It's been like that for years, but something has changed. There's a darkness behind those eyes that I've never seen before.
Aye. We must choose a new leader.
Aye. Éanna is the only one we can get to right now.
Éanna is not the right man for the job. In fact, I'd say it isn't a man at all. What's our next move, my queen?
Pregnant woman comes to me to have their child. High-born ladies, peasant farmers' wives, whores, it doesn't matter. When they're bleeding and weeping and screaming, all women are the same. Reduced to such by men, of course. Who else would have such power over them? The gods? This has nothing to do with the gods. They provide what is needed and set us on our path. After that, it is nothing of their concern. The Queen came to me last summer, crying and begging. She was pregnant with a fourth child, a bastard. See, I had delivered all of the royal children, and each one was as smooth as the one that came before. But she came to me not to birth the child, but to kill it. She was sure it would bring nothing but hatred and jealousy to the family. As if it wasn't there already. To this day, I don't know who the father was. But when I see Queen Brighid in my dreams, face down, floating on some faraway lake in all her finery, well, it doesn't matter who the father was then, does it?
Gráinne, I'm in need of your visions.
It seems like only yesterday your father came here asking for the same thing.
I don't care about my father. I just want to know where my family are and if they still live.
Your family? The same family that cast you out for being with another man?
They're still my family.
Very well. But I must warn you, nothing good can come of this winter. No matter which route you choose, how many precautions you take, who you have on your side, they will all die.
You've seen this?
The one who kills the king will live forever.
What do you mean, live forever? Speak sense.
I see the jail. Donnchadh's there, struggling against his bonds. There are prisoners either side of him. The chieftain from the north, the one they call on it. She is sick, exposed to the cold and the damp. She will not survive the night.
Who else is there?
The poet, Fial. He is singing a sorrowful song about love. Oh, but that is not all. Deep in the forest, your Aunt Meabhdh is getting ready, sharpening her sword. Soldiers all around her.
Is she coming for the king?
Your sister, she is with the stranger. There's a dark shadow looming over them, a great beast of lore. He's leading her away from the rolling hills and fields of flowers back to this place.
No, they have to turn back. If they come here, they'll be killed.
It's time you knew the truth, Éanna. Your Aunt Meabhdh and her man Lorcán, they killed your mother. Had Donnchadh locked away. Your father had them do it.
Why would they do that for him?
Aodhán was white about Queen Brighid. She wanted to see Donnchadh on the throne, and she was willing to kill the king and the princess for him.
No, Donnchadh is a warrior, honourable and disciplined. He would never think such dark thoughts.
Your mother was the problem. That much is true. But it seems now she would have been the solution.
Gráinne, in your visions, what happens to me?
I saw you in a pale fog, surrounded by the dead. You were screaming for help!
And I imagine that you're here. Time never went away. Gets so easy to dream.
Who's the woman you're always singing about?
You wouldn't know her.
Tell me what she looked like at least. What she was like to be around.
Why are you so keen to find out? I said you wouldn't know her.
I've never known a woman I could sing about. Not that I could sing, but God's only know. Probably passed her 100 times in the village. Never gave her a second glance. Too busy playing the hero. The violent son. Being the soldier, I thought everybody wanted me to be. When I looked at Éanna, saw he always tried to find another path. One less travelled, one more peaceful. Saw that he was happier than me. Not for a second did it make me want to be like him. No, it made me hate him. Like I knew I should have loved him, and I do, truly. I was so caught up in a warmonger. I never saw a different path. Maybe if I'd woken up sooner, I wouldn't be in this mess. Maybe if I'd found a different path, I'd have a woman to sing about.
Woman. My name is Son. She's kind and gentle. She's the voice of an angel, and she can play any instrument that you put in front of her.
Sounds like your kind of woman.
She is. Hair as soft as the morning sun, and eyes as deep as the sea.
So, how long did it take you to come up with that story about the hunter's son?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Save the pretense part. I know you love my brother. Not many people would, but I saw through the lies. Look, Fial, I want you to know. You've got my blessing, even if not my father's.
Your words, Donnchadh, they... That's the chieftain from the north.
What's she doing here?
I heard that the king appointed her as his advisor and then branded her a traitor just as quick.
Should we help her?
There's not much we can do, except pray for her safe passage to the next life.
Fial? Donnchadh, thank the gods you're alive.
Éanna. She's gone.
I'm getting you out of these chains.
You escaped your father.
I didn't. I was standing in the same room as him, Fial. I could have ended this right there if I didn't have a sword. Now I do. It's time for me to be the man everyone wants me to be.
Éanna, listen to yourself. Leave the sword down here in the dark.
Why would I do that? What good will the sword do me down here when I needed to stop the king's heart?
Please, Éanna. I know you. You don't want to go down this path.
You can't stop me. Is it true about the Queen?
I never wanted it, Éanna. I thought she knew what was best.
None of that matters now. We have to find the king and end this.
I agree. But Fial is right. Give me the sword.
You've don't think I can handle a weapon.
I have no doubt in my mind that you can, little brother. That's what I'm afraid of. Please, don't make me take it from you.
Why do you get to have the sword? Why do you always get to have the sword?
It's too late for me, little brother. I have killed more men than I can count. But you can still make it through this life without spilling blood.
Éanna, please.
Very well then. What's the plan?
I spoke to Gráinne first here. She said Meabhdh is mounting an attack soon, and I don't see her giving up the throne if she gets to King Aodhán before us.
We need to find the king and place who we want on the throne.
It must be Caoimhe.
No, Caoimhe is exiled with the Southerner. The crown should be yours until she returns.
Mine? You're sure?
We've learned a lot down here in the dark and the damp, my prince. You have my field.
Very well then. We must hurry.
What are you doing here, Aodhán?
My king! You have to call me my king!
Gods, what have you done to this man?
I am in need of your vision again, witch.
Where is your crown, my king?
Wouldn't you like to know?
That crown was your father's, Aodhán. It belonged to the kings of this land for thousands of years. You've lost it.
I didn't lose it, you fool! I've hidden it! Everyone knows I'm the king, so I don't need a crown. But those who want my throne from under me would love that crown on their head, wouldn't they?
Where did you put it?
Never mind that now. I will go get it when it's safe. I am in need for you to ask a few questions to the gods.
You don't deserve their counsel. You deserve nothing but what is coming to you.
Tell me where my enemies are!
Who isn't your enemies these days?
Where is my sister? What is she doing? What of Éanna? Is he with her? And the Caoimhe and the Southerner?
I hope they all get a chance to wet their blades in your flesh!
What's that dainty little thing? What's that dainty little thing?
Don't you touch it.
It's a hymn, isn't it? How much is it worth to you?
Give him back.
I remember hearing stories of you when I was a boy. You were young once. Some might have called you beautiful. You had a husband, haven't you?
Curse you, Aodhán! Curse you!
His death is what brought you to all of this, all that witchcraft and divination. You really think he can hear you through this? I have seen spirits. If he was listening to you, you'd know. Tell me where my enemies are and how I can get rid of them.
I see Éanna and Donnchadh. They're with the old bard. They're in the main hall. Meabhdh and Lorcán have met them. They share a drink, but it is poison. They turn on each other. None are left alive.
None of them. Good. That vision, is it of what will be?
It is what can be. The future is full of possibilities.
Like when you tell me I would die this winter. That will not happen. What is the most deadliest plant in this hut of yours?
The white leaf, there on the right. Even a small dose be enough to stop a strong man's heart. God forgive me. Tell me when on. I hope your soul burns for 1,000 years.
Quiet, you hag! I am in need of you for one more skull!
Where is that coward?
My men have searched everywhere, my queen. Your brother is nowhere to be found.
Until he is dead at our feet, this attack is not over. He has to be here some.
God, she's been strangled.
That's old hag from the Crown. Why is she in the feast hall?
By then we should...
Stop! This will solve nothing.
Put away your weapons.
Quite a commotion you've caused here, my lady.
Someone has to come out of this as ruler. I won't let it be my brother.
Is that why you killed the old woman?
Do not blame that on us, young prince. She was dead long before we got here. Why would we kill her?
You haven't needed a reason in the past, Lorcán.
This coming from someone who tried to kill his own sister. My mother's body has not yet been found.
Know anything about that, old friend?
Enough! This is pointless. The real killer is hiding here somewhere, listening to us bicker like children and laughing. The time has come for us to join forces for the good of the clan.
We cannot trust these people, my queen.
Your queen.
I should have known something like this would happen.
Someone has to be ruler.
It should be Donnchadh. Until Caoimhe returns at least. It's the right thing to do.
Caoimhe is queen. She doesn't even have a husband, never mind children. Queen Meabhdh is the only way.
How long do you think you'll last on the throne, Aunt May?
A week, if you're lucky.
Don't let them speak to you like this, my queen.
But they are right.
After everything we did to get here, you just want to throw it away. It's that pathetic niece of yours.
Do not call her pathetic. At least she can make her own decisions. Doesn't need to be ordered around all the time.
Watch your tongue, Pers.
Oh, Lorcán. How many times did you propose to Meabhdh before you settled for being her dog?
I said, watch your tongue, Pers.
I propose a toast to Queen Caoimhe and to our alliance against my brother.
Good.
I will drink to that.
You just trust me that much.
This could be a ploy, my queen, please. Let me drink in your stead. Slide shut.
Well, now that that's under, we can start going on.
Fial!
Éanna, it's a trap!
You poisoned the wine.
I did no such thing. How did you know it wasn't your mentor over there? Doubtless he would have had me drink if I hadn't suggested it before him.
He would never. He would never.
Maybe he didn't know him as well as he thought. Go on. Pick it up. I'm not fighting an unarmed man.
You didn't give my brother much of a chance, did you? Killed him while his back was turned. Where is the honor in that?
Who'll be left to judge me on my honor after today?
The gods will judge you!
Look around, nephew! Do you really still believe in gods?
I won't fight you.
Just do it.
Ever the poet. No. There'll be no romantic ending for you. Go on. Take up your brother's sword. Fight me like a real man.
You can still win this, my prince. Not without you. I can't do it without you. You have to come with me. Where you're wrong. I will always be with you. I love.
Don't make me look at this! Night on!
Is everything all right, my lady?
It's her, isn't it? It's the Queen. Why does she look like that?
The body looks as though it's been in water for some time. It must have washed up here from the river.
Gods, who would do this? You know something. I can tell. What do you know?
I'm sorry, my lady.
Tell me!
During my first few days in the town, I did a job for the king. He knew someone in his clan was plotting to kill him, so he asked me to observe them and find out who.
You thought I would do this?
It isn't like that! I knew you weren't the one. But I went to watch you anyway. I thought it would be a good chance to speak to you one-on-one.
How many other lies did you tell me?
I kept some truths from you to keep you safe, but I never lied to you, my lady.
So it was you who told my father to kill her?
I had no idea it would go this far. I thought she'd be thrown in jail with Donnchadh.
What about this ring? Were you lying then too?
That ring was a promise I made to keep you safe.
Are you going to Scarborough?
Someone's coming from the town. Quickly, hide.
Rosemary and time. Remember me to once who lives there. She once was. Oh, spirits, leave me be! Don't help me again! The voice. I felt silent. No more screaming and blaming from you!
Father.
Caoimhe and the stranger from the south. What are you doing here?
We could ask you the same thing. Why are you so far out from the town?
I had need to find some air. There are too many voices in my head right now.
Father, what happened to your crown?
There's that question again. I've hidden it, sweet daughter, somewhere where only I can find it and nobody can steal it from me.
What of Lady Maeve's attack on the town?
Oh, don't worry about my sister. She's long dead. In fact, everyone who ever plotted to murder me is dead now.
You're lying! You must be lying. She can't be.
Fial, Lorcán, Meabhdh, Donnchadh, Éanna, all gone.
You're mad. There will be no kingdom left for you to go back to.
I beg to differ, foreigner. I had my eyes open. My subjects, they will rise to my call when I return. Just have to let things settle down first.
My lady, I will gladly cut him down. Just give the word.
What if he's lying? I need to see it for myself.
What do you mean? We won't get a second chance.
I don't know what I want, Nylon, but more death certainly isn't it.
You will hang me for this.
Nylon, wait!
I thought I had all of you, but it seems like it has to have one man standing after every battle.
I've had time to think it over. Of course, it was you. Who else would it be? All of these people, some of your own kin, died because of you.
Yes, it was clever on my part, I would say.
Not clever enough.
It's good to see you still live, my prince.
Traitors! Oh, traitors!
You too, friend.
Even spiders have gods! Did you know that?
Gods, his mind is in tatters. Is my sister with you?
I'm sorry, Éanna. Yet another one taken by this poisoned brain. Do it, my prince. Strike him down and finish this.
Killing him will not bring them back.
You cannot become king until he is dead.
I made a promise to someone that I would never take up a sword against another man.
My lord!
What is the meaning of this? You lied to me.
I knew it needed to be done. Now, if neither of the two of you are brave enough to finish this, there's only one thing left for me to do.
Gráinne's vision was wrong then. I wasn't a clan member at all.
Éanna.
I loved your sister too much to see her die without a wedding. Gráinne's vision was not wrong. I am part of the clan now.
You still had no right to disobey us like that.
With all respect, my love, that's not what's important now. We must decide who will succeed your father.
I don't want that cursed throne, brother. I never did.
The king is dead. Long live the king. I would say that was a successful coronation. The new crown suits you. I'm sorry we couldn't find your father's one. I know it is hard, my king. I know that there is nothing I can say or do that will ever make it right. But know that my prayers are with you.
Thank you, Alannah. But I don't think I believe in gods anymore.
Why not?
What gods would allow all this to happen? What gods would stand idly by when all this slaughter was going on?
Not all gods watch from their kingdoms. Some of them work alongside mortals, bending the annals of history to their liking. Some of them do it for their own reasons. Love, hate, or just for fun.
No time for trickster gods. They are the scum of the heavens.
I would be careful, my king. Some of them may be closer than you think.
are you? Who are you really?
My lawn, answer him.
To the far south, there are lands with massive coastal cities and armies of tens of thousands. They know me as Davos or Magnasius. To the north, hundreds of longboats go forth into the sea from frozen land. They know me as Loki. And your people call me Gwydion.
All of this was all you! Everything you said, everything you did was all part of your sick game!
Ah, don't be like that. I practically handed your brother a throne.
A throne I didn't want.
If I'd left it in the hands of anybody else, the kingdom would have surely fallen.
It was not your kingdom to save. Nobody asked for this.
Life's not fair, Éanna. It was me that gave Gráinne her vision of Aodhán's death. I exposed Brighid's plan to set this in motion. I gave Gráinne her vision of poisoned wine for Aodhán. I offered you the life of the old king so that you could become the new. I killed that king so that you could become the one to rule. It was all me.
What about me? Did our love mean nothing to you?
Ah, my love for you is pure, I can assure you that. If anything, I'm glad you didn't take the throne. You can be my queen now.
After everything you've done, the people you've killed, my own family.
You'd have everlasting life. Anything you could ever want to be at the snap of my fingers.
I told you when I first met you. I don't depend on anyone, especially someone like you.
I suppose you overestimated how much pain you can give a mortal before they just give up on you. You gods will never understand what it means to be one of us.
A sense I'm not wanted here anymore.
I never want to see your face again. If I could kill you, I would.
You hid it well, I admit.
What?
Well, what else? The one thing that's kept you from marrying all these years. You're barren.
Weaver, is it true?
As you say, I may not understand your kind, but I do understand creation. If you come with me, I can give you the child you seek. I promise you.
Even that would not be worth it.
You do realise that when I leave, they will come for you.
Who?
The dead. You can never escape the dead.
We will welcome them. Their company would be better than yours.
We shall see. Good luck, my king. And goodbye, my queen.
You die. I prayed for your passage. Babe, did you even want the throne? Were we all just puppets? I'm sorry, Maeve. I didn't want for you to die. I didn't want anyone to die. If Fial hadn't, maybe... You killed for me. You died for me. I will never forget you.
You never approved, did you? Of either of us. Nothing we ever did was good enough for your standards.
I can't bear to see them like this.
Nylon! Come back, take them away! I don't want to see their suffering anymore!
Nylon, Loki, Gwydion, whatever name you go by, we know they're not real. I know what you're doing to us. The same thing that you did to our father.
Leave us alone!
Hello, Isabel. You shall ever be.